guys, and welcome to the newest episode of Be Hero Presents Slightly Agitated, where a thicket of idiots come on here and talk about a certain topic, mostly complain, bitch, and moan about a certain topic and each other. I am your host and Idiot One, Brian, a host of multiple shows here on Be Hero Presents. And with me tonight is Idiot Numero Dos. He is a great one of our favorite wrestlers here at Devotion Championship Wrestling. He is Josh Martinez. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing fan-damn-tastic. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
Oh, bro, I am so freaking tired. Still, like 5 days after we did the Fan X shit, I'm still fucking tired.
Bro, fucking tell me about it. I've got a knot in my left shoulder that you could choke a donkey with.
Oh my god. Oh, and the peanut gallery in the background, by the way, is the great Zan.
Is our one new listener.
So you're our one listener.
Yeah, there you go.
What's worse is she has to listen to it twice.
Yes, she does. But she gets to listen to all of it.
Yep. She gets to listen to her favorite idiot and then you two.
Yeah.
Well, that's no way to talk about yourself.
And idiot number 3.
You're no one's favorite idiot. I keep cutting the mic off. Fuck you.
Idiot number 3. Former Devotion Championship Heavyweight Champion, Andrew Sowell. How you doing, Andrew?
You know what? I'm doing okay. Probably not as bad as you guys are because I've beaten both your asses in fantasy football.
Eat my ass, you son of a bitch!
Shots fired, bro. Actually, for the first time all season, I won, and I won both my leagues at the same week. I lost the first 2 weeks. I lost both leagues. This week, I won both leagues.
Nice.
What's winning like, you pieces of shit?
I don't know. You should ask Dave on. Oh, wait, you can't because I beat his ass like a redheaded stepchild.
That can be me this weekend. I will beat him senseless.
All right.
I'm going to get bent over the fucking barrel.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. You got Gabby.
Thanks. Thank you. 0-4, baby. I'm going for that perfect winless season.
He's going to go for that Ray, bro.
I mean, shoot for the bottom just like I did last season. So, I've been there before, kid. Don't worry. Your time will come.
Yeah, he wants to take shots out of the toilet.
I do. Speaking of.
What do you got there,
What are
Josh?
y'all drinking tonight?
I've got Dr. Pepper and rum. Dr. Pepper no sugar, by the way, and rum.
Nice.
What about you, Josh?
So well. Oh, me?
Drinking tequila.
Drinking tequila for so well.
American honey and Sprite.
I was with you on the American honey, not so much on the Sprite.
It's bomb. You got to try it. Like a 7 and 7, or Jack and Sprite, or just whiskey and Sprite. Mwah.
I'll do the 7 and 7 on occasion, and that's only because I ended up with a thing of Seagram 7, and then you can't drink that shit by itself. But outside of that, like, yeah. Go back, listeners, and listen to the whiskey episode that me and Tom did on the Be Hero Fights, where we ended up having to try and chug down some Seagram 7 by itself. That sucking fucked.
Hold up. Why the fuck are you chugging whiskey for the first part? For my first question.
Because it was a whiskey.
You can chug whiskey.
Yeah.
That's what men do, Josh. That's what men do.
Yeah.
I love me a whiskey, but I'm not chugging it. I like to enjoy my shit, Take my time, a little sippy here, sippy there.
I did say it was Seagram 7. That's something you have to chug to get fucking through it, right? Like, when we were doing all the other ones, like, there was this fucking great one. It was a Japanese whiskey called Hibiki. Oh, my God, it was so good. That one was...
I was looking at that.
Very much. Oh, God, so good, dude.
Wasn't that, didn't that win, some best whiskey fucking awards and shit?
Yes. Hibiki is won the best Japanese whiskey awards. And in some places, I think it won straight up just the best award, period. Because it's so freaking smooth, and it's got, this nice floral taste to it. unlike most whiskeys. It's so good. It's made with
I've
a
had it
plum
before.
wine.
It's pretty good.
So good.
It's pretty enjoyable with my mouth whole.
Yes. But we are not talking about whiskey on this episode. In fact, we might end up saving that for next week when it's my topic. But this week, this week, it's going to be Josh's topic. So, Josh, what are we picking?
Best cartoons and their entrance or opening music.
All right.
There's a handful. I know one that you guys are both going to say, because if you don't, there's something fucking wrong with you. But there's so many, and like with this new surge of animation that's come out, like on Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, whatever, it doesn't seem like they take as much time. So I feel like that would be a good one for us to bitch about.
I agree. Well, I'm going to start off hot just so we get it out the way. Hands down, pretty much one of the best cartoons of all time, and totally the best opening theme of all time is X-Men 92. And soon to be X-Men 97.
Nope,
So
that's going to suck.
Shut your whore mouth, Stowell. It's going to be fucking great.
Okay, if you want to live in denial, I'll be over here in reality.
No. It's going to be fantastic. I don't know what you're thinking, so why you have to hate on everything so much?
Because I'm slightly agitated all the fucking time, and it's my life. That's all I've ever known.
I mean, I guess that's how you have to be. That's how he has to be after being a Raiders fan for so long. But
I mean, you got to embrace failure one team at a time. I think we're the only franchise that as soon as game one ends, we're like, well, there's always next season.
That's great. I was so happy. I sent you a meme the other day of the well, there goes our season.
We suck again.
Yeah. It's so funny. It made me happy. Anyhow, X-Men, fantastic. Not counting X-Men 97 because as much as I hope it's going to be good, we haven't seen it yet. But with that being said, X-Men 92, the animated one that happened on WB Kids back in the day. So, well, I know you watched it. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I very much did enjoy it. I would watch it every Saturday morning as a youth. It was, I mean, it definitely had the hottest theme. And I mean, Wolverine was obviously the favorite of everyone because he was such a badass.
Oh yeah,
100%. Bub.
It was crazy too because like in that cartoon, like the first two episodes, I can't remember specifically, but they killed a character off like right at the beginning on a kids cartoon.
Who did they kill off?
Morph.
Night of the Sentinel.
Yeah, it was Night of the Sentinels number 1 and 2.
Yep. They didn't. Here's the thing. They didn't kill him off, but they made it seem like he was dead, and that was emotional trauma for so many kids because it showed like, oh, he's gonna be the comic relief, he's gonna be the funny one, and he's friends with Wolverine and Beast, and like they got their little trio thing going on, and then all of a sudden gone.
Yep. And they comic book killed him off, which means that you're going to go away for a while. It's like wrestling being repackaged. All right, you're going to go away for like 6 months to a year, and then they'll come back. That's exactly what they did with Morph. He went away for like 2 seasons and then came back.
Wait,
he came back
in
during
wrestling. They repackage you.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
I mean,
I'm still looking for fake Diesel. Where's fake Diesel and fake Razor Ramon? They're the coolest.
No, you know who was cool before fake Diesel was Isaac Yankee.
Was that before?
God.
Was that before? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. That was way before.
Yeah.
Well, not way before, but at least 3 or 4 years.
I think I want to say like a year, maybe.
I was gonna say maybe a year. I don't think it was 3 or 4 years, but it was at least a year beforehand. I don't even know if it was a year. It might have only been like months before all that nonsense.
Use your Google machine, Mike.
All right.
I do also want to just state that so the X-Men cartoon was obviously huge in the 90s, and it also spurred some of the most rage-inducing Sega Genesis or Nintendo fucking video games of all time. Those being like the X-Men video games. Those were
So the X-Men one that they had in the
fun anime.
arcade was actually not based off of the 92 X-Men. It was actually based.
I'm not talking about the arcade. I'm talking
Okay.
about the fucking Sega
Like Age of
Genesis, fucking
Apocalypse.
Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were frustrating as fuck.
Oh, hands down. The problem with those 90s games, though, and this is every licensed game, even those that weren't, is that they were so unforgiving. Unforgiving.
Right. We're just gonna throw a bunch of random shit at you. Good fucking luck.
So he was in the company, by the way, Kane, or Glenn Jacobs. He was in the company for less than 2 years before coming Kane. So that means he did the Isaac Yankem and the fake Diesel within the span of a year and a half.
Yeah.
So
Because he fought Bret Hart at like in '95, and then like Diesel and Razor left in like '96.
Yep.
I want to say.
Yeah, he came in '95, and then he became Kane in early '97.
Because he was Jerry Lawler's personal dentist.
Yep.
Which, that's horrifying. But anyway, X-Men, great show, which that actually might be another topic since we're just going to show our cards early. That might be a topic down the line. Like great shows, movies, shitty video game tie-ins.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's other ones too, like the Batman tie-in they did for the Sega Genesis back in the day. Side-scroller one,
God.
Horrible. Where he ostensibly had a gun.
Night.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Comic books. All right, cartoons. I mean, sorry, not comic books. You guys got any others? I've got like 5 that all popped in my head.
Oh, I've got an
so
afro.
many.
That's why I picked this fucking topic.
All right. Well, then go first, Solo.
So, I mean, starting out hot, and it keeps being rebooted, and I haven't come back to it, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the fucking 80s.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
slapped hard. Turtle power.
Hell yeah! It was so good too because so you might know this. Josh, you might be a little too young, but like back in the day, when that was super popular, Burger King was doing this thing with the Happy Meals where you can buy a VHS tape with like 2 episodes of the show on it.
Yeah,
it was so cool. I had my parents buy like 4 of them.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't remember Burger King doing that with the Ninja Turtles. Obviously, that was before my generation, but I remember them doing it. Oh no, they did the Pokemon gold-plated things. Never mind.
Yes, yeah, they did the gold-plated ones on Pokemon when that came out on.
Which, if we want to talk about shitty shows,
no,
right there.
No, you shut your whore mouth so well, right fucking now. You do not get disrespect.
You've already claimed it being a whore mouth.
Your shitty opinion.
Go ahead.
You're entitled to your shitty opinion, but the Pokemon cartoon had one of the greatest opening songs of all time, and it is still so fucking iconic. Even if you've never watched the show, you know the fucking intro.
I'm gonna be the very best.
The very best. No one ever was. It's iconic, brother.
I used to watch that shit before high school every day when I was getting ready for school.
That's scary. That's a scary thought.
So much
high school, Mike's like, I'm going to be a Poke bastard.
I was trying to be the very best. Better than anyone else was, right? That was what I was trying to be. But I watched that shit, and then I was also playing the like Pokemon Yellow at the same time on my Game Boy Advance. So much so that my aunt, her nickname for me, and still is Pikachu or Pika. It's become now Pika Limon, because she's Hispanic. But yeah, it was Pika for the longest freaking time because of that stupid show and game.
Yeah, you nailed it right on the head. It was a stupid show and video game.
Oh,
which I play Pokemon Go just for full transparency.
Like, you religiously play Pokemon Go, you son of a bitch. So don't. Hey,
look, I have ADHD. All right, I have ADHD, so I get distracted real.
You were in ADHD. You don't have ADHD. There's a difference.
No, I have ADHD, so that's why it was fitting that I was in ADHD.
All right, but yes, Pokemon. The theme song was fantastic. In fact, if you guys have never heard it, one of the most popular Lindsey Sterling covers she ever did, which was actually, I think, was her big one on YouTube. What kind of blew her up was her doing the Pokemon theme. That one or the Zelda one of the two, because they came out like right next to each other.
Didn't she do like an entire video game album or cartoon album like that?
Yes, she did.
Fucking incredible. Shout out to Lindsey Sterling.
Yep.
Utah local. Utah native.
She was born in Utah. She lives in Colorado.
Born here, she's ours.
Oh, anyhow.
We have to have something.
We got Julianne Hough. She's from Utah and lives here still.
Who?
Julianne Hough.
I don't know who that is. It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
Yes, you do.
She's a very good-looking dancer. She was in a couple of like things. I don't know, maybe like 5 or 10 years ago. She was like super hot and popular. Kind of died off, and now kind of does a lot of like the.
Wasn't she on Dancing with the Stars with the Miz or something?
She was on Dancing with the Stars at the same time as the Miz. Her brother is a dancer. She does the judging for Dancing with the Stars as well. After that, and bringing it back, he actually did a music video with Lindsey Sterling. So
learned I much good that I care.
All right. Josh, I know you kind of jumped on the Pokemon one, but do you have any others since, we're here and it's technically your turn now?
Yeah, Gargoyles.
Ooh, Gargoyles.
Gargoyles was iconic.
Gargoyles.
Great show. I'm just trying to remember the theme.
So it starts off with Goliath talking about like how the backstory of Gargoyles protecting everything, and then it fucking goes hard after that. I loved it. I can't remember the beat either, but I remember it. I remember watching it, and like that, I caught like the beat drops, and you see Goliath stretching his wings and flexing, and the lightning strikes, and then it shows them flying over New York. It was so good.
Oh yeah,
so good.
I was a big fan of that show too, because I was also watching Star Trek Next Generation at the same time. And a lot of people do the voice acting in Gargoyles are from Next Generation.
Like Jonathan Frakes.
Jonathan Frakes, Michael,
I knew that
or Michael
shit.
Dorn, Diana Troy, whose name I can't remember.
She was the lady gargoyle.
Yep, she was the evil, the Mona. Yep.
Well, easy there.
Yeah,
the children's show.
And that was another one too that was like surprisingly dark for a kid's show.
Oh yeah.
You had a crush on a fucking cartoon character?
Yes, I did. I was fucking what? When did that come out?
Can you explain to me how long you've been together? Yeah. Can you explain to me how long you've been together with your pillow girlfriend? You fucking weirdo.
Well, she's not a pillow as she trains with us consistently. But
nope, I'm talking about the times before. Nope, you're in a throuple with a fucking pillow. I fucking know. I know things.
You can't tell me you didn't look at any cartoon character when you were in your younger days. back when you had hair and brain cells, and thought,
No, there was never any to begin with. The fucking girl cartoon character, gargoyle? Fuck no. You fucking loon.
I mean,
Dude,
it's just telling
yeah.
You're just kind of telling you that Josh obviously has a type. Scales, wings. Yeah, he's got a type.
I hope Zan left the room for you to describe how turned on you were by a fucking cartoon gargoyle gimmick.
Oh shit! She wasn't the only one. Like, I had a big old crush on Rogue too.
Never mind. I'm gonna go ahead and waylay this conversation. Nope, I can ask the questions that America is asking for and our listener is asking for. I'll give you my question off the air.
I don't.
Thank you.
Just to be clear, I don't. I know what you're gonna ask, and I don't.
No.
So we're gonna go ahead and keep moving on now. One that might be again before your time, Josh, but I'm sure so will listen to it. Old school G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah.
G.I. Joe.
that was so the shit. I had the fucking some of the action figures. My neighbor growing up had like all of them, so I was extremely jealous of that fact. But that was the fucking cartoon for sure. That was the shit. Besides,
it was, man.
Besides, well, no, and I'll bring this one up later, so I won't give it away now. But yeah, G.I. Joe was the fucking shits. The fucking shit.
Oh, so good. So good. And the theme is so good. Like, everybody knows, like, the chorus of the song, the G.I. Joe. Even, like, kids that didn't watch that shit, right? They knew it. So, How about you, Saul? What's your next one?
Well, I was almost going to let this one fucking slip out. But the real Ghostbusters, that was, like, besides Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that was my fucking favoriteest show of fucking all time, was the real Ghostbusters.
It's good shit. I actually just got done watching the Ghostbusters again, the original one.
The movie?
Again with my kids. Yeah. Like, I literally, like, an hour ago, no, the movie. We were watching it with the girls because my youngest hadn't seen it all the way through. She always gets scared at the dogs. And so, but
that show was scary. Yeah. Which this is going to lead me off into another side tangent. I'm sorry, but like practical effects monsters and shit will always be scarier than shitty fucking CGI fucking bullshit creature effects. Like,
oh, agreed.
100%.
So fuck you, Hollywood. Don't be a bitch. But yeah, I'm sorry. So yes, Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters, which I have tried to watch because it's either been on Netflix and Amazon Prime, I think. Yeah, Prime. And it's definitely a show that I enjoyed much more as a child because I didn't know any better. And I would like to take this time to apologize to my parents for making them sit and watch it with me.
If that's the only thing you're going to apologize for to your parents, they're owed a lot more.
That's fair, but let's start small, baby steps.
Baby steps.
You're on your way to recovery, and we're proud of you so well.
Could you imagine, being your parents and having to deal with you like every 5 minutes? Dad, I gotta go poop. Dad, I gotta go poop. I'm in a wrestling ring right now. No, Daddy, I gotta go poop.
Dad, I'm mad about this. Dad, I'm mad about that. Mom, I'm pissed off about this.
Right?
Good God.
Yes. Youthful solo in a nutshell.
All right, Josh. Next one for you.
DuckTales.
Woohoo!
See, there you go. You got it. You got it.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking iconic. The storytelling was fantastic because it wasn't like, I mean, obviously it was a 90s kids show, but it wasn't like that slow pace. Like it was everything meant something. There were not a lot of filler episodes, and they were all entertaining as fuck. You got
Yeah.
your comedy, you got your action, you had good character development. It's Scrooge McDuck at almost the end of every episode. Launchpad was fucking hilarious.
The movie they made for it was really good.
The movie was great.
Tell me you're a Haas Higgins fan without telling me you're a Haas Higgins fan.
Hey, Haas Higgins can go fuck himself. How dare he disrespect the DuckTales cartoon? But it is a great fucking. It's just a great overall cartoon.
So the tie-in with that, because these two kind of go hand in hand with that, both Tailspin and Duckwing Duck.
I hated Darkwing Duck just for.
You hated
How did you
Duck?
hate Darkwing?
I thought he was trying to. Which this is also another fucking cartoon that was the greatest of all time, but I thought he was trying too hard to be fucking Batman. Like that was Disney
That was
fucking like, oh, we can make a Batman. Yeah, and it wasn't good or funny, so
it was a proper mixture.
DuckTales.
The Darkwing Duck was the perfect mixture of Batman and Inspector Gadget.
Yes.
Okay, because you had his
which.
oh
my
god! Go ahead.
No, we'll save this for when we run out of topics because I keep interrupting with my amazing takes. So please continue your.
And by the way, Inspector
diarrhea.
Gadget also fantastic show and theme. Inspector Gadget. But Darkwing Duck is essentially the basic plot of it, right? Is a guy trying to solve crimes and do all that nonsense while having a highly intelligent and funny sidekick female on the team who's really doing all the work, right? That's ostensibly what Darkwing Duck is and Inspector Gadget, but then you throw in the Batman like overlay of the theme, and that's what Darkwing Duck is. And that's why it's so good.
Nope.
100%.
It wasn't.
God in heaven. Ancestors give me patience.
But all those shows were very good. I kind of wrapping them all into one, except for Inspector Gadget, but like Tailspin, Duckwing Duck, and DuckTales, all kind of were in that same flow of time because they all came out around roughly the same time. It was like prime Disney, all going with that, right? I'd even throw like the Goof Troop on there as well because it was all around that same time. Also, great show.
Quack Pack.
Yeah, it was all good.
I had more. I just blanked.
But for my next pick, and this one actually just came back to me recently because my oldest daughter has become super involved in wanting to watch Beetlejuice of all things.
Ooh.
And we found all 4 seasons because you can't find it in streaming anywhere. We found at Walmart the DVDs of all 4 seasons of the Beetlejuice cartoon, which is so good. I forgot how good it was. I was so psyched because I saw 2 people dressed up as Lydia from the cartoon at FanX while we were there. I was so happy. I'm like, yes!
That's pretty dope.
Did you ever get to watch the cartoon back in the day, Josh?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember Beetlejuice. I also specifically remember The Mask.
Yeah, The Mask. Mm-hmm. That one didn't go as long. Like, I didn't realize that the Beetlejuice went for 4 seasons, and they're like 32 episodes a season too. It went a long time. Yeah,
see, that's the thing that you don't realize with all those '90s cartoons is how long the seasons were.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't remember what it was, but I was looking at something on I think it was Disney Plus, and the first season was like 45 episodes, and you're just like, what the fuck? But now it's like, oh, you get 5 episodes of a season of a new cartoon, and then you have to wait 6 to 8 months for a new one.
Yep.
Bullshit.
Especially if it's on like Disney Plus or Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, it's because they used to, like, I know at least from Real Ghostbusters, like, they used to do so many episodes because they would, do the regular shows on, like, ABC, but then they would release episodes in syndication so that other television studios could do that. Now it's just saving money, really. So they're being cheap asses.
I mean, if you look at some stuff too, like back in those older school cartoons, a lot of them didn't have like full long season running stories. Most of them were episodic, the single story for the episode. So you can do 32 ones without having per se a filler. But then you start doing ones that would have, episode long
or bottle episodes.
Yeah, exactly. But you would end up with ones that have like season long stories. But if you do 32 episodes of that, you're going to have filler. It's a big problem with like anime and stuff like that. You run into that kind of problem.
I mean,
speaking of anime, Dragon Ball Z, notorious for fucking filler episodes. And so well, don't you dare say a fucking thing about my Dragon Ball Z, because I know you're thinking about it. I know it, because you do it every goddamn time. Every time I bring up that, fuck your fucking anime bullshit, blah, 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 blah. No!
Spoiler alert, you're not letting the listener know in advance that anime is overrated and dumb. And I very much disdain for the style, Dragon Balls, all that fucking shit. Much disdain I have for your shit show. But you know what? The movie was really good.
Oh my god!
I will
Dragon Ball Evolution.
stab you in the dick. I will stab. Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing that got me about that movie. Right when it came out, I was hyped. I was fucking giddy as a schoolgirl about that fucking movie. It was my first midnight premiere of any movie, and I sat through the whole thing.
That's rough.
Just blown away that this fucking shitty movie stole from every other anime but the source material. Fuck Dragon Ball Evolution. The director can suck my ass, and I'm glad. I am so fucking glad that whoever played Master Roshi's career died after that movie. Okay? Fuck!
Ken Watanabe? Ken Watabe's no, that was Ken
No,
Watanabe.
not him. Not him.
Oh my god.
Chow Yun Fat, I think his name is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chow Yun Fat. He was huge
him and Justin
90s.
Chadwick's forehead vein can eat my whole ass. Okay? Those sons of bitches. And there's no Vegeta.
Well, it's because it's Dragon Ball. It's not Z
Whoa,
yet.
Hold on. It's. There's no Vegeta. The fuck is that thing?
Vegeta's the greatest character in Dragon Ball Z.
You sound like you're saying vagina, which yes, there's no vagina associated with fucking Dragon Ball Z.
But it's not Dragon Ball Z. It's Dragon Ball Evolution. There is no Z in it, so Vegeta wouldn't be there yet.
I don't fucking know or give two shits about that fucking shitty ass cartoons show and fucking whatever else it is. I don't fucking know things sometimes.
Okay,
And
even if we
animes
exclude the fact that if it's Dragon Ball and we go off Dragon Ball, what the fuck did they do to Piccolo? Why the fuck did he have a hot Asian assistant? What the fuck happened with Bulma and Chi-Chi? Why was Master Roshi airbending? What the fuck?
Isn't that what anime cartoons do? They airbend anyway? Because in Dragon Ball Z, I don't know if you know this, when people charge up, they fucking jump into the air for 70 hours and then, hit some light yoga.
I'm gonna have a fucking stroke. It's called ki. It's different than airbending.
Well,
Fuck that
you know
movie.
what? In what the fuck? In the Disney remake of Mulan, they use ki, and it's really just the Force. So, are they using the Force? Is that what it is?
Not using a fuck. They shoot fucking lasers out of their fucking hands and it's badass.
It's over 9,000 with suckability. For those not in the know, in the English translation of said show, at one point they just said, "My power is over 9,000," without any context or clues as to what that fucking meant. So it's a bit of lore.
That's not at all how that goes.
That's not even a fucking minute. That's not even the same fucking ballpark because they were building up how you tell power levels. Oh, they got this little fucking scouter, and oh, it's this. Oh, his power level's like a fucking 1. Who gives a shit? Oh shit, it's over 9,000, and his fucking scouter, he's losing his shit, and he breaks it. And it's fucking epic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Yeah. So one of my favorite old school cartoons that I love the music to, or the theme to, was El Kabong.
El Kabong!
Yep, from Hanna-Barbera.
What the fuck is that?
Huh?
Which one's El Kabong? Is it the beatnik fucking gorilla?
No. El Kabong, he was the horse, and he had Pancho, who was the donkey, with him, and he would dress up like a pseudo, like, not Zorro, Lone Ranger kind of thing, but he would full-on Jeff Jarrett somebody with a guitar in it, and that's what it was. He was El Kabong them, because the kabong was the sound of him hitting somebody with a guitar. It's great.
That was a good one.
I don't remember that show at all.
He would like randomly roll, like it'd be in the middle of the freaking desert, right? Because it was supposed to be during like the Wild West, and he would always
roll up. Was it the horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the white horse.
Yeah, and he would roll up.
His name was El Kabong?
That was his superhero name. It was El Kabong.
Wasn't it? Wasn't it? I thought it was Horsey McHorseface, a.k.a. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh.
Yeah. Clever.
Yep. My favorite part though is like he would like be in the middle of the desert, right? Like so you would see the scenes of him flying through the desert while hanging onto a rope of nothing. He would full on Spider-Man in the middle of the desert with a guitar in one hand, trying to El Kabong somebody, totally screw up the whole thing until towards the end. And Pancho, his friend who's the donkey, his little sidekick, he would be the one doing everything. And it was a great it was like a great mixture of like no, it wasn't it was Pancho Villa was the character, was the donkey's name. But he would be playing like the Man from La Mancha style of thing, where he would, like El Kabong would be the Man from La Mancha, and his sidekick would be doing all the work. And at the same time, he was also the Lone Ranger. Like it was a great mixture of the two back in the day, and the music was like really like a great like upbeat music style. And he would just go El Kabong as he'd roll in the intro. It's fantastic.
You just said a whole bunch of words that make me not care about what's happening.
Hanna-Barbera was really good at that shit though, because like they had Captain Caveman too.
Yeah. Captain.
That was another. Who the
fuck about Captain Caveman?
You don't know Captain Caveman?
He's iconic.
No, I know who it is, but I said, who the fuck gives a fuck about Captain Caveman?
Dude, I'm
going to go ahead and just waylay this conversation and fucking interrupt and say that Scooby-Doo is one of the worst fucking cartoons of all fucking time. Hands down.
Oh, now Tomcat's pissed.
I've told him many a time how little I care for Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
It's the dumbest fucking thing in the fucking world besides Dragon Balls.
Scooby-Doo is the greatest cartoon of all time.
I wouldn't
Factually
say greatest
incorrect, sir.
cartoon of all time, but it's up there. It's a really great. Scooby-Doo is a solid cartoon.
There was great humor.
Nope.
They solved mysteries.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
Oh
They
my!
did it
They
with the
fell into
Harlem
mysteries.
Globetrotters.
And Batman and
And
Robin.
Kiss and Santa and fucking
The Scooby-Doo
John
Kiss
Cena,
movie
The Undertaker.
is amazing. If you've not
okay,
seen
cool.
this,
They can get stars. That's cool. They have a budget for it, but no one gives a fuck.
dude,
Fuck Scooby Doo and its dumbass premise, and the Mystery Machine, and the fucking movies. Fuck you, Scooby Doo. It's not what's new, Scooby Doo. It's fuck you, Scooby Doo. You're boring.
I think it's my turn to have the stroke now.
Good. Have it, please. I'll be the last
Do
one
you know
standing.
what my answer was when I was a kid? When people asked what I wanted to do when I grew up, my answer was always
You
the
wanted
same.
to be a Scooby Doo. You wanted to be a live talking dog.
That solved mysteries. Yes, I did.
Well, you're fucking insane. I wanted to be a Ghostbuster. That's more plausible than a fucking dog that can talk. Even being a Ninja Turtle is more plausible than a fucking dog that can talk.
I mean, I wanted to be an X-Man, so I can't fault any of you for that. So.
We need to move on.
I mean, everyone.
I'm about ready to throw my computer out the window.
Please do it.
I think
Please do it. End your suffering.
I don't think I have been so upset on this show, and like that's including starting the episode hot with Davon eating food. I've never been so angry.
Yes. Yeah. Let the anger run through you.
Oh my god. I don't even have the words to express.
Because you can't defend that piece of shit show. It's science, really. It's the same fucking show.
Oh my god.
Every fucking time. Oh, let's arrive at this random town because we have car fucking problems. Oh, there's a mystery afoot, gang. Let's go solve it. Shaggy and Scooby eat and are basically stoners for 4 hours. And
why
then,
I can relate so well to it.
Well, that's another personal problem.
So,
what's your next show?
Yes, please.
I just shit all over fucking. Oh God, this is asking so much. Sorry, I very much got waylaid by just shitting on everything. Next, like good, decent show that's amazing and possibly best ever, Batman the Animated Series.
I agree. It's hard to disagree with that. The Batman the Animated Series actually gave us so many additional shows following that. Because from Batman the Animated Series, you get Spider-Man the Animated or Superman the Animated Series, the Justice League Unlimited, but you also get the other shows you don't expect, like what the hell was the name of the show? Static Shock.
Static Shock was fucking incredible.
You got that because of
Static Shock? I'm not familiar with that one. What I do know and I fucking hated, and that's when I very much checked out from the fucking that's when I just stopped watching, is when they combined the Superman fucking cartoon show with season 4 of Batman, and in my opinion, they fucking ruined that show once they did that. The animation style fucking sucked. I did not care for the Superman animated fucking series. So just go ahead and play my cards right now. But like seasons 1 through 3 of Batman the Animated Series cannot be fucking topped.
It was very good. In addition to that, too, that Batman the Animated Series also started superhero cartoon movies. The very first and only animated movie that had a full theatrical release was Mask of the Phantasm.
Which
it did which it did. If for our one listener, Josh, that listened to it, it was definitely one of the better movies.
Yeah, we ranked it in our Batman movies. So,
oh yeah, I think it was at least top 5 for all 3 of you.
Well, at least the 2 that counted. Davon
Not
didn't
for
know shit about
Davon.
movies.
Yeah, well, Davon didn't do fucking homework, so he can shove it up his ass.
All right, but yes, Batman. To be honest, I think the first 2 seasons and good part of the 3rd season of the animated Batman series were peak. I don't know if there's anything better animated wise. The only other show that I think would be close to it in the animated spectrum around that time would be either the X-Men animated series in 92 or 93 Spider-Man, the animated series, which was also fantastic.
Which we haven't talked about yet.
Which was exactly what I was gonna bring up. Spider-Man, the animated series.
Just to not like do that fucking show injustice by talking about it for 30 seconds and then moving on. That show, like, you want to talk about like fucking storyline, fucking TV shows and shit, like, or shit that carries over, like the fucking Harvey Dent turning into fucking Two-Face, like, it's a 2-episode arc, but like, it's some of the greatest fucking episodes of fucking all time.
The creation of Harley Quinn came from the animated series.
Yes, it did. Yes. And she's just as iconic, if not more iconic than like some of fucking, like the Joker and shit. Like
that Batman animated series also is the only cartoon to ever win a TV Emmy. With the first episode, it's Heart of Ice, the first episode that brings in Mr. Freeze, which is the revamp of Mr. Freeze, because the original Mr. Freeze that they introduced in the comics and in Batman 66 was very different. Same name, but very different character. And the Heart of Ice,
but they gave him a sympathetic fucking, and that's the thing they fucking do. They gave some characters, like, they're not just fucking bad guys of the fucking week.
Yeah.
Like some of them, like, that made you kind of question shit,
Yeah.
Like as a small human being, you're like, well, like, Mr. Freeze is a bad guy to Batman, but like, you understand his plight that he wanted to save his wife.
Yep.
Is he truly a bad guy, or is it just that he doesn't have any other options?
He had no other options. Yeah.
They did an episode with Clayface that was very similar. He wanted to be the best actor, and he was doing everything he could. Like, he was striving to do that. Like, you could see in a lot of the ways that they did their comic or their stories that most of the villains on there were people that were just striving to do a thing and just chose the wrong path to get there, but not really a bad person. Even like the episode Mad Love, which is a Harley Quinn episode, she does the impossible, right? In that episode, she captures Batman and Robin and has them ready to die and hands them over to Joker because he's trying to get Joker's like approval. And Joker throws her out a bloody window.
Right.
And it talks about, essentially, you're talking about abusive relationship right there in that episode for kids to understand.
Which fucking irony.
Yeah.
Is fucking everyone being like, oh, I want my Joker relationship. It's like, you don't even know what the fuck that thing is.
Right.
Like, right? You just see that they're like ride or die for each other, not that he's fucking abusive as fuck.
Well, they're in ride or die for each other. She's ride or die for him. And he will use her and throw her the minute that, it changes. That's why I think like the Kaylee Cuoco Harley show that they did, the first 2 seasons of that were fantastic because they kind of play into that concept.
Is that Kelly fucking Cuoco? Or
Kaylee Cuoco.
Is that done by?
Yeah, she's the voice of it, and she does the producing for the show.
Which, by the way,
I'm thinking of that shitty fucking Velma fucking show.
You're thinking of Velma. That's Mindy Kaling.
Yeah,
that's right.
That I refuse to watch that show.
Which, if you want to go ahead and defend that show, anyone that's fucking, has no brain cells,
I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed it though
Fuck
because
you. You lose fucking everything.
I enjoyed
Eat
it.
a bag of dicks. You
But
did
it was
not.
not-
No one.
No, I enjoyed it, but it was not good.
So I will say this, Mike, you're in good company with Tom Chad, and I equally give him shit for enjoying a show. He's like, well, I just want to be entertained. Then you fucking have low ass standards to be fucking entertained.
That's why I watch wrestling.
But that's like good. Like most wrestling is
Hey,
good.
There's some.
Like,
There's times where it can be very good, and then there are times where you're watching it to be like,
but you don't
"All
sit
right, I
through
enjoyed
8
that."
fucking episodes of shitty fucking wrestling without checking out. Like you have WWE, but WWE's been, you know, really good for the last 15 years or so, right? Anyway,
At least the
WWE
last 4
hiring.
years.
I was
WWE
gonna say, at
hiring
least
without betting this.
when did the Bloodline story start? 2 years ago, year and a half ago.
Three and a half.
It started after Roman got back from leaving because of COVID, so 3 years.
Yep.
It started SummerSlam of 2020, and then just it's been going since. Which, not to distract from the shittiness of Velma and Mike and your shitty fucking choices of fucking defending garbage ass shows because you like being a sadomasochist, or whatever the word is. Bitch. That show sucked balls, and if you enjoyed it, you have none. So there you go.
The word you're looking for is sadomasochist, and I am 110% behind you on this one, Solo. Because what the fuck, Mean Mike?
I enjoyed it, man. There's a lot of parts I thought were hilarious in that show. There was a lot of garbage, but there were some shows.
Once again,
that
I ask how. How could you find something?
But like, as we talked about, Scooby-Doo is one of my favorite shows of all time. Growing up as a kid, and seeing that both made me love aspects of the show and just get so freaking mad at the show because it's like, no, this is not what that character would be like. Da 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 da. But then, like, I watch it be like, okay, I can see that. Like, I love the stuff they were doing with Shaggy in the show, where they purposely went out of the way to make it where he was not a stoner and stuff like that. Like, he was still against it.
They made him blink at the camera where he was like, I'll never do drugs. I'm Norville. I'm not Shaggy. Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it, Mike? That's funny.
How do you appreciate a show that literally took the source material, as in Scooby fucking Doo, the big brown Great Dane, and shit in its mouth? How?
Which, to be fair, like, that show's shitty anyway. So Velma really lines up well with fucking Scooby-Doo. Just being a pile of shit.
Velma is trying to solve a mystery, right? She's like,
the mystery is, how can you find that show good?
I'm trying to explain
to you.
The
mystery is, how could you sit through that show and give it a second fucking season?
To be honest, I am very surprised they got a second season.
To be honest, I hate watch the fuck out of that show, so I know.
You hate watch the fuck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So well, they don't know
do you
that
get it?
hate
Because hold on. Do you get it? Because Fred has a tiny penis, so that's the joke. Fred's a white guy with a tiny dick.
Actually, he was the one I hated the most out of everybody on that show.
Glenn Howerton is the best part of that show, and that's fucking like, that's like trying to find something good and appealing.
So, as we're moving on, did you end up picking a show so well? I don't remember because we went on like
Batman the Animated Series, you dick.
That's right. All right, let's go one last round. Josh.
How could we talk about greatest cartoons of all time without bringing up the Looney Tunes? The fucking Looney Tunes. Iconic fucking theme. Iconic
Is it spelled Toone or NS, or is it TUNES?
TUNES. Produced by Merry Melodies Productions. TUNES.
Yep.
Which one's the fucking Mandela effect? The TOONS.
TOONS is the Mandela effect one.
Yep. And like Looney Tunes, you can't go wrong with that. And I'm not even going to throw in on that one. The tie-in for it is Tiny Toons. It also had a great theme and the same feel of Looney Tunes.
And the cameos were on point. That whole era, WB in the 90s was fucking killing it with those. You had the Animaniacs, you had the Looney Tunes, you had the Tiny Toons, you had Pinky and the Brain.
Yep.
Pinky and the Brain is good. But that was on anime. I prefer the Pinky and the Brain on Animaniacs when it was like short shit, not full fucking episodes.
Yeah, I can get behind that. But it was still, they're still all iconic. And it's one of those things that you can't talk about fame or influential or what I'm looking for. Who gives a fuck? Iconic cartoons without bringing out Looney Tunes.
I don't know why this popped in my head, but it made me laugh about Animaniacs, which, by the way, the theme song for Animaniacs is fantastic. But you mentioned Animaniacs, and the Wheel of Morality was always one of my favorite gimmicks that they did at the end. And one of them, during the Wheel of Morality, they were talking about looking for fingerprints for things. And
I know what you're
saying. I can't remember. It was Zacko, Wacko, and Dot, right?
No, yeah,
Yakko, Wacko, and Dot.
So Yakko tells Dot to go fingerprints, and she pulls Prince out of nowhere, like the singer Prince, and she looks over him and goes, "No, thank you." Oh my god, I died so much laughing at that.
It was so fucking beautiful. It really was. And then Hulu, I don't know what. So like, I'm not sure if you guys have watched the new Animaniacs on Hulu.
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Same.
And
I watched the entire. I fucking am going to tap you with my dick. I swear to God. I loved it, man. It was so reminiscent of the classics, man. Even to be updated Yakko song.
It was fucking nothing. It was the first I watched 2, maybe 3 episodes. It was nothing but Trump jokes. Which I'm like, okay, it's funny at first. Now you're just beating a dead horse. Get it? Because Trump bad. Funny. Like, you can only go to that well so many times. You can't say it in every fucking episode how much Trump sucks. Like, you can't do that. It's just boring.
Have you never watched Saturday Night Live?
No, because Saturday Night Live fucking sucks. It hasn't been good in fucking 20 years. Which is, what old people say. Which, I'm a fucking old man. Shut up.
You are old. You are ancient. All of you compared to me and my youth.
Name an iconic character over the last 10 years from fucking Saturday Night Live.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm not. There was one thing that me and my best friend laugh about all the fucking time, and it's that Pete Davidson bit where they're making fun of the new age of rappers. That's the only thing. And then the new that and the Daily News Report that they do with Colin Yost. That's it. Those are the only 2 fucking things I remember out of Saturday Night Live.
I'm trying to remember. The last funny ones I remember were easily over 10 years ago. Because you had all the stuff with Jimmy Fallon and Justin Timberlake. You had what was that? The David S. Pumpkin stuff.
Which actually, to be fair to that, that was good, but that's also Tom Hanks fucking shit. So
yeah.
That Tom Hanks bit where he was on, they did the thing with him and Keenan, and they did the Jeopardy. I fucking popped. I love that shit.
I don't recall that one. But that's that's not a character. It's just fucking Kenan Thompson doing Black Jeopardy and Tom Hanks being a ignorant fucking redneck. and then
but getting all the
jokes-
answers fucking right, and I loved it.
See, I don't remember that. fucking skit
I
then.
don't remember that one either. I was never huge on a lot of the SNL stuff. I catch clips on YouTube and shit. But
This is a fucking tangent now, but fucking Mad TV greater than Saturday Night Live. I will fight anyone on that.
100%.
I'd have to I'd have to agree. Like, I mean, it might be due to how it was so much more like condensed because it was only on for so long. But yeah,
like I don't know. Like I went back the other day and I watched. Actually, it was just yesterday. I watched fucking Kenny Rogers' Jackass.
I love that.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
you had Stewart, of course, and Mrs. Swan.
Yes, Stewart, aka Landon, for you local Utah wrestling fans.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Tell me I'm wrong. I've told him this, and he's well aware.
Oh my god! I've never made that connection.
Mind fucking blown, right?
Fucking A, my dude. Holy shit!
And I love everyone on that. This again isn't cartoon talk, but I loved everyone on that. And I always very much enjoy seeing them doing other work, like Alex Borstein and fucking Phil Lamar, right?
Yep, Phil Lamar.
Phil Lamar, Frank Caliendo, Will
Sasso, fucking Aries Spears is he's fucking awesome. And I literally was thinking about this the other day. Like, I'm not like upset, but I just don't understand how they didn't get like, Michael McDonald. Like, he played Stuart for those uninitiated. Like, he had small bits in movies and like TV shows. I just don't understand how they were not featured in more movies and TV shows. Because they were fucking, they were always fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah. Well, like with Phil Lamar's done a lot of animated stuff. Like that's what they hugely known for.
Yeah.
Call out to the Green Lantern because he did Jon Stewart's Green Lantern.
Right.
And then of course Borstein, she's Lois from Family Guy.
Right, and she's done a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Hida. Yeah, she's fucking great. Like everyone on that fucking show is fucking great. And then I don't understand why they didn't get more work, and why Fox was so ashamed of fucking Mad TV, because it was good. Like over the last Bobby Lee, he's fucking great. But over like probably the last 2 seasons, it wasn't as good as it had been years before. But that's like peak Mad TV, because like Artie Lang, the guy that was on Howard Stern.
Yeah, Artie Lang.
Yeah, like he was on there. The guy from a couple of the people in Office Space, that movie.
Mm-hmm.
They were on Mad TV. They were the original cast members, and they were great. They were really good. Mad TV was so cool because they got to do some WCW shit.
Well, if you're going to throw out Mad TV on there too, you might as well throw in Living Color is better than SNL as well.
Oh yeah, Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx.
I'll do that.
All the way-ins.
All the way in.
Yep, all the fucking way-ins.
12 of them.
David Alan Grier.
Yep, David Alan Grier. Fucking Jamie Foxx started there.
Yep. Jennifer Lopez, she was there too. Not as an actor.
She was a dancer. Yeah.
Did you just blow your mind there, Josh?
Yeah. I didn't know J-Lo was on the Living Color.
She was.
Yeah, she was one of the dancers there because they had like the old school like Nitro style girl dancers.
Holy shit.
Yep. I mean, it's not like she was like she wasn't a featured player. She was just there, but it's like a cool little factoid that you can now say that that,
Mm.
hey, Jayla was once, on a TV program
I think she was
before
on
she was
that
good.
too, like right up until she got Selena.
Maybe.
It's a great movie,
I don't
by the way.
know.
It's
I
like
don't know
really
her
close
career.
within like a couple of years of it. But anyhow, we're talking about cartoons. We're wrapping up
Yep.
the last of it. Do you have any more, Soa?
I would be remiss if we didn't bring up fucking Transformers, the cartoon show from the
So
80s.
good.
Yeah.
That show was very much good, and then I saw the Michael Bay Transformers and was extremely disappointed. But that little factoid about Transformers the movie. So they kill off Optimus Prime, which was very much frowned upon afterwards in hindsight. So they changed the fucking G.I. Joe movie to where fucking what's it? What I don't remember the character's name right now because I'm a little drunk. But they changed it to where he didn't die. He just they did a oh my god, I can't think of words that are good that make me sound more smarter. They just did an audio bit where they added in that he went into a coma. He didn't actually die
Mm-hmm.
because they were going to kill him off too, and Optimus Prime dying really did not go over well. So they had to change it. They had to change the ending of that fucking movie.
Are you talking
So
about
Transformers.
what the fuck's his name?
Not
Magic
Bruce
Mike.
Willis's character.
No, Magic Mike's
It's
character.
Channing
No,
Tatum.
yeah,
Yeah, Channing Tatum.
yeah. I'm talking about the cartoon though, like the fucking
Oh,
So
that would have been like
yeah.
Duke or Hawk because they were like the two primary G.I. Joe guys.
I think it was Duke. I could be wrong though
Yeah.
because I don't remember good
this is
right
what I
now.
don't get about them doing these live action adaptations of these movies, right? Why in the blue fuck aren't you just following the source material? Why?
Because a writer has to be original.
A writer can kiss my ball sack, okay? It's bullshit.
Well,
You have source material for a fucking reason. Follow it. It's what the fans like. It's what people enjoy, the source material, and they go into these movies for the nostalgia factor. G.I. Joe, Transformers, the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those are fucking prime. Dragon Ball Evolution,
great movie,
Avatar: The
by
Last
the way.
Airbender. They all had these iconic moments, and you just want to shit in their fucking mouth because you want to be original. No,
I'm fine if
stop
you
it.
change up a bit of the stuff because sometimes you just don't play as well and things like that. But you want to stay like have an homage to the core story, right? You don't want to
Yes,
make these fucking huge changes, but like you don't need to go like beat for beat for beat from the original stuff. But if you have like
Yeah,
the coreness of what the story was and what made the story so good without making these changes, and more importantly, having these swerves for the sake of swerves, right? That they do all the fucking time. That shit's what pisses me off more than anything else. And I'll tell you right now, if you got me disliking something in it comes to a movie and I have no redeemable qualities, you know you fucked up. Because you both know I'm an apologist for most fucking things. So
Velma. Yeah, I know. You have shitty fucking choices.
The
I
Flash. Sorry.
I
There was some
love the
shit caught
Flash.
in my throat.
Okay. I love the Flash shows. And I didn't dislike the movie as much as everybody else did. That being said, I haven't gone back to watch it, even though I could at any time because I have HBO Max. But I haven't gone back to watch it. So, all right. So the last show I'm going to bring up as an iconic theme, and for a good chunk of its time, has been a good show. It's going to be The Simpsons.
God damn it, so well. Why?
It hasn't been good in like the last 20 years. Like it peaked at like
See, I think a lot of people go with that thought because they're expecting like a perfect season, like season 4 was. But you're not going to always have a perfect season. You're going to have these great seasons and stuff like that, which you did in the early ones. But there are a lot of really good episodes in the shows, even to the ones that are coming out now. Mind you, the percentage of good episodes to not good episodes is definitely diminished, but there's still a lot of really good episodes.
Agreed.
So like I have tried to watch like newer Simpsons because it's on Hulu, and I just can't. I can't do it. I just don't have the power to do it. It's not that funny. Like, and they keep changing the fucking lore, which like Homer and Marge met in the 90s. Okay, that's not at all what, originally happened or whatever.
Well, you can only do so much because of the timeline. Like, you still have to have reference to.
Right, exactly. That's how fucking long that show's been fucking on.
It's been on for over 36 years, man.
Exactly. And you're not going to bat 1,000 fucking, but like, it's frustratingly not that good. Like it used to be, I fucking used to remember every fucking line from The Simpsons, but I can't do it no more. I can't. It's not
like I said,
funny.
there's some still really good episodes. There's an episode only like a really good episode, like only a couple of years ago, where, and mind you, I'm a little biased because it's a coding episode, but it's one where Lisa becomes a coder, and her and her people create an AI, and it's a really good episode of how everything goes along. It's funny, tells a great A B story, or has a really good A story, a good B story, and everything else like that to what's going on. But again, it's the quality of the hits to misses is definitely diminished over the years, but there are still really good episodes.
And you can't go, because we are going into October, you can't not mention the classic Treehouse of Horrors.
Yep.
I watched all of them every fucking Halloween. They're just so fucking good. There's the one episode
Disney actually has a thing.
Yes, that's exactly how I watch them too. In order.
Yeah,
but like those
or
are,
it's just
to
the
me,
Treehouse
those are the ones that they never miss on. Treehouse of Horrors, always a hit, always a banger episode. To me.
Yeah, to you.
I'm gonna shove a cat up your ass. Well, you know what?
Why a cat?
Why would you do that to the cat?
Just because you have an abundance of cats living at your house now doesn't mean that you have to get rid of one by shoving it up my ass.
It was the first thing It was the first thing I looked over and saw was the cat.
I'm sorry.
That's awkward.
I'm sorry that you had to look over and see a cat. Number one. Number two, I think I watched the Treehouse of Horror last year. It was okay. Like, yeah, like the original ones, sure, those were bangers. But not anymore. Simpsons is definitely falling off, which is understandable because it's fucking
that's 36 season,
36 season show. You're not gonna have every fucking season be a fucking great show, but
it started in 1989.
I was gonna say, isn't that like the longest running TV show of all time?
Yep, it is now.
It beat what was it? Some cowboy show back in the day, a couple of years back, which was the longest. No, it started with the B.
Bonanza.
The
Bonanza.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, with all that being said, why don't you guys let us know what your favorite cartoon and cartoon theme was from back in the day if we didn't bring it up. Or even if we did, tell us what your favorite one was. Reach out to us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Be Hero Media, as well as you can always go to BeHeroMedia.com to hit us up there directly. You can also reach out to me directly at Mike Burke DCW on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as on Twitter at Mike Burke Pro. You can reach out to Josh at
Bonesaw_Will on Instagram and William Cutting on Facebook.
and you can reach out to Sowell at
Done_so_well.
All right, guys. And then lastly, this month coming up for October is going to be another insane month. We had an insane month for September. So many bumps we've taken in the last couple of weeks. Oh my God. But we're going to be doing pretty much the same thing over the next month in October, starting with October 6th at Light Tree Studios, Halloween Bash, your next available time to go get a live taping of us for Fight TV. Then the next show we'll be doing is up in Logan, October 14th, and that will be at, what was the name of that place? Something Rec Center or Event Center or something like that up in Logan.
That sounds good.
Okay. Find us up on our Facebook and Instagram pages, which I'll shout out in a second for Devotion, and you'll be able to find it there. On the October 19th, we will be doing our first ever Tussle Time at Liquid Joe's, as well as traditional Tussle Time on the 21st up in Ogden. And then starting at the beginning of November, we will be at the Aces Saloon for our standard bar fights. A whole lot of wrestling coming up, guys. So please find us on Facebook and Instagram at Devotion Championship Wrestling, on TikTok at Devotion Wrestling, and on Twitter /X DCW Salt Lake City to find out about all of that event information as well as getting your tickets. Get your tickets now while they're still available, especially for the Halloween Bash. We sold a ton at the FanX, so they are already going quickly. So please get them while you can. All right, gentlemen. Anything last before we end off?
Yeah.
So well, eat my short.
No. Okay. All right. That's a phrase that used to be popular in the
Referencing.
90s. Reference. Yeah. Dragon Ball Z Evolution, greatest film of all time. Bye.
All right, guys. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we have definitely been a lot more than slightly agitated. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
Hugs and kisses.
Fuck you so well.